Okay, let's jump into it, huh? We've got one of my favorite champions today, Fizz. This is kind of like the design. This is like the protect the queen type champion, so to speak. So, Fizz is a 1-mana 2/1 that whenever you cast a spell, it stops all enemy spells and skills targeting him and gives him elusive so he can slip past. He also levels while you're casting spells. His leveled mode is a little bit bigger and then still protects itself. It also creates this chum in the waters card when it hits your opponent to give you more pressure. We played Fizz with Twisted Fate last week, earlier this week, I don't know, they all blur together. And we were trying it with Ezreal today, another fairly aggressive champion. So Nexus Strike creates a fleeting Mystic Shot, and then levels when you've targeted enemies 8+ times. And then his leveled mode helps you close out games really quickly whenever you cast a spell. It deals 2 damage to the enemy Nexus. The rest of the deck is just kind of good, aggressive stuff. We've got, Get Excited, some Mystic Shots, and Make It Rains, and things like Rummage to kind of shift through the deck a little bit. I'm looking at this. I guess we've got Chump Up with Rummage. I want to get a third Make It Rain into here, I think. I'm not sure what I want to cut, though. Maybe the extra Pilfered Goods. I guess Pilfered Goods is kind of good with Rummage as well. What do I want to get rid of before I start? I'm going to trim the Gotcha, because that one's not reach. Alright, let's go ahead and dive on into some games here with this, and see how it goes. Does I'm playing Magic? It totally does. Ezreal, Twisted Fate. Honestly, I think double Ezreal to start is good. It means I can play out the first one pretty aggressively. I'm going to bottom the Warning Shot and the Chump Up, looking for some cheaper ones. Yeah, we can take a look at Diana together if you want, if folks want. Cards super reasonable. More an AK. And then, unfortunately, they had Warning Shot for their Jagged Butcher, and I do not. So I just don't have a good attack here, or a good play that can block. It's up to take 3. I don't think I want to play this out as just a 2/2. We just bank our mana for now. I'm gonna pass and see what they do. There's passing back, sure.
The dead don't need riches.
Yep.
Time for a true display of skill.
So you can see there, when I play my Ezreal out, the other 2 Ezreals in my hand turn into their Mystic Shot. So you can only have, you can't play a second champion out of your hand when you play out the first one. So should this Ezreal die, these will turn back into Ezreals that I can play out.
Grog if you work, run if you don't.
Just gonna go ahead and pass here. Wait and see what they do. I think they're probably gonna go ahead and do something like this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and Make It Rain in response, and hopefully this tags the barrel. Never lucky.
No way.
So I think we just play the other Ezreal out here since we have 2 more of them.
Let's see all of it.
Just try and smack them, and then Mystic Shot this Jagged Butcher.
Yeah, you don't want to clash me. Sounds dangerous. I'm in. Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
So Ezreal, every time he hits, is going to generate a Mystic Shot. That is fleeting. That's what the green means, so we want to make sure we use this up or we're going to lose it. This also helps level him up. He's self-enabling, which is nice. We've not pulled up Diana on stream yet. We can do that after this game.
I'll blow up the pieces.
go ahead and make it rain here, which will kill this and tap this. Most importantly, make it rain counts as targeting 2 things here, so it works towards leveling Ezreal up nicely. Maybe I'm supposed to Mystic Shot this to keep my health total high. I can see that. It's kind of appealing to get both my Plunder units in this turn, though. Yeah, there is a, there's an Other Games Live notify if you want tags when I do variety stuff, Gab, that you can self-assign in the Join Discord role. So my plan is to do variety segments on Saturday, Sunday, on the weekends when we're not doing an open from now on, so.
Stop bragging if you can back it up.
So we'll hook this barrel in here, kind of expecting them to have like a Mystic Shot to kill Ezreal, we'll see. Make it rain. It's rude. A little bit sad that we're losing the black market merchant before we can play the pilfered goods, but it is what it is. It's a pretty. Those are both pretty good pickups, actually. Let's go ahead and Mystic Shot. So, they pass priority, assuming I'm gonna Mystic Shot something, but I could just end the turn here. That's probably wrong. Probably just want to get my value in. Again, this is fleeting, so we want to use that first. And I have this other Mystic Shot is actually an Ezreal, so.
Never lost a fair game, or played one.
Sure. I'm going to play Crackshot Corsair out here. Assuming they open on attacks, I'm going to want to block Twisted Fate here. This Make It Rain will let me level Ezreal, which is nice. So we'll go block here, and then Make It Rain, which will hit this, this, and this. Man, I'm at 7 already, and my deck doesn't have a way to gain life, so I want to just kind of keep my life total high here. Fizz and Ezreal are both ready to level here. I think I probably just want to get, like, Chump Wumps or Yordle Grifter going. Let's start with this and see if we nick something off their deck. Sure. This also generates me a warning shot so I can play Fizz out, which is nice. Was our Rummage that they had. Next turn is the Shark turn, which is a little scary. Their Ezreal is still only at 3 of 8, but the Shark could change it real quick. Hey, thanks for the 16 months, Stagal. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
Oh boy, here I go!
Here I go. So they don't guaranteed have a warning shot in hand here. I have 9 mana total. I kind of want to go like Clump Wump into Ezreal, and then I can start burning them out. I'm gonna lead on Clump Wump in case they go warning shot Shark. If I play Ezreal here, yeah, I'm probably getting sharked. Hopefully a bunch of these target Fizz. So if I go ahead and do this, Fizz will shoot the ones that are targeting him at least. And then these other ones are going to kill those and deal 1 to me. So they have Ezreal, who's getting ready to level. But yeah, decide if they want to play around the third Make It Rain or like a parlay here. Or if they want to bounce their Ezreal off of mine.
Obstacle, meet gauntlet.
Really? Okay, so like they have a make it rain then?
Got me.
They're just trying to prevent most damage. Maybe this this block means they have another Ezreal. I could see that. I'm gonna play the Crackshot Corsair out here because I would like to be able to chunk block the Shark next turn with something that's not one of my champions if they open attacks. So I'm like kind of expecting them to have another easy here.
I've whipped up something special.
Yeah, this game's great. Mix. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, you don't want to cross.
Definitely planning to do a bunch of Runeterra when their new set releases. Okay, so they're hitting my dome here. They missed this one. Oh, it targeted Fizz. Got it. Never mind. JK. Oh well. Okay, that was the frowny face. They targeted Fizz. Sorry, it's early, chat. So if it targets Fizz, they don't get to yeah, Magic's got a lot of feel bads in it as far as gameplay is concerned.
All hands on deck!
Ask your mom, boy.
I'm
Or
in.
bring the Switch in here and I can spell it for you.
And Ezreal is victorious. Oh yeah.
He's such a dick. You have a favorite or best Ashe deck? The best Ashe deck is definitely Ashe to Johnny right now, but my favorite is definitely the Harrowing Ashe deck. Hey, careful. Careful. What do you need me to spell? You're not even in a game. No, you're not. You're not even in a level. Load your level up, and then I'll help you search.
Each act of heresy is
Take
an
me to the
act
menu
of
on your
passion. Find your own light within the
It doesn't work
darkness.
with the tornado
Yours is
anymore,
the light
so
I
turn-
cherish,
but it turns
moon
off the
sister.
tornado when I took it out. So I had to turn it back on. So you don't need the tool. Don't worry.
Unseen,
That's like closing
unheard,
up
the
the
new
room.
moon conceals you from our foes.
Stop it.
Find your path in the dark and follow no false light. The truth protects our cause.
Because they powered her up. Where am I going?
Stop it!
Come into the daylight, Diana. Daylight blinds, but night renews.
Don't even
Did they zoom in on the card at some point and I missed it?
spell
Calm down, dude.
And what?
Hey, don't touch your brother's face. Night, space, time. That says nighttime. Like that? Okay.
Daddy.
That doesn't do anything, bud.
But then you know what time it is.
Guys, if you need help, I need you to go upstairs and ask your mom. I am working for a while. I love you. I tried. Okay, close the door behind you, please. No, this is a showcase. All right, so someone linked me the wrong thing. I was like, I assumed it was the same thing from YouTube. All right, here's the actual cards. A little bit medium resolution. Twitter doesn't like high res images. So Nightfall, give me a Byron Siska. I appreciate the quarter viewer. Welcome back. So I actually think this champion's super reasonable. So Nightfall, which means if it's the second card you've played in the turn, it gains a bonus. It gains Challenger. So like 2/2 with Quick Attack is like, yeah, Quick Attack and Challenger is an excellent pairing of mechanics. And then her leveled mode, she levels when you've activated Nightfall 4+ times. Her has, whenever you activate another Nightfall, she gains 2 attack and gains Challenger. So yeah, like nothing super flashy, obviously, on a 2-drop champion, but definitely a very reasonable amount of utility. I could, depending on what all of the Nightfall things in the set look like, I could see Diana being either a keystone in an aggressive deck or just like a good piece of removal in... Is that how Nightfall works? Where's the Nightfall keyword? You can trigger Nightfall multiple times in a turn? Is that true? There's something in here that showed the keyword Nightfall. Bonus if this is not the first card you played it around. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a big deal, right? Okay, so this, sure. So it's just every card after the first. So Nightfall's much easier to enable than Daybreak or whatever the day mechanic is, where it has to be exactly the first. This card, obviously this isn't in the Diana staple, in the Diana, but like this card's gonna be easy 3 of in every Nightfall deck. So this is a 2/1 for 1, so like good 1-drops help you enable Nightfall, and Dusk Petal Dust is this burst spell, which the next Nightfall you play this turn costs 1 less, and it has burst. And the way spell mana works in this game, Dusk Petal Dust basically, yeah, it lets you kind of cast a unit off of spell mana, right? Which is huge. This is why context is so important, right? Because, like, for example, when I was on the Twin Suns podcast the other night, we were trying to evaluate some of the Nightfall things, and like my evaluations on the Nightfall cards weren't good because I didn't have this key context to add to it. Like this is really, really important to know that both this and Duskbringer are cards that you're gonna have access to, right? Like, this is a 1-drop that basically enables 2 Nightfall cards for you, and the second time it's enabling Nightfall, it's like turbo enabling it with Dusk Petal, which is a really big deal. Yeah, the fact that the Dusk Petal lets you, like, bank spell mana and use it for, yeah, it lets you, like, turn 3 Nocturne, is exactly correct. It's really, really powerful. It's one of the reasons why, I had agreed to do the podcast, like, people like hearing people talk about spoilers, but in general, I try to, like, a lot of the people, I noticed that, like, a lot of the big Runeterra creators, they were, like, making videos every time something was spoiled, and it's so hard to give useful information about what you think the power level of these things is going to be when you just don't have all the bits, right? Like, it's tough to be able to like, okay, well, this is why these Nightfall cards are good or bad when, like, you're missing a really key enabler like that. Yeah, like, Remembrance summons unit off of spell mana, but, like, Remembrance is, like, 6 mana for a 5-drop, so it's not even quite as a direct correlation. Alright, Rummage with Chump Bump sounds good. I guess I'm attacking on odds here. I can just bank spell mana the first 2 turns, and then turn 3 I can, like, Ezreal plus Pilfered Goods, so I think I just keep all these. Remembrance is random. I think like trying to push Remembrance as being truly random is a disservice to the design of the card overall. There's a full list of Targon spoilers from, I believe, Runeterra CCG.com has a list of them up there. Yeah, I did. Someone asked. I did a podcast. I did Twin Suns podcast and Runeterra Radio. There was a command. Yeah, there's the link for the Twin Suns podcast. The Runeterra Radio was before that.
Oh, take your time, pal. It's not like I've got better things to do.
Store the rations! Shackle the prisoners!
One shot, all skill. Can't stop me.
I guess the question here is, I said I might want a Pilfered Goods, but I also kind of want to get value on this Mystic Shot, huh? With how wide they've gone.
Firing.
This'll send them running.
So this is a regular Mystic Shot, not another Ezreal. So there's a question of, do I want to block here? So they're Twisted Fate Gangplank. I kind of think I want to block here and then Mystic Shot this. Now, I think killing the keg there as opposed to generating Mystic Shot is wrong. Ezreal only generates Mystic Shots when he hits the Nexus, so... I'm just hanging tight for now. I'm probably going to bank spell mana this turn. I'm expecting this to die. Sure, you got him.
No way.
Me with the generator. No, I think it's important that I keep my health total high. I think the added damage likely doesn't matter, like the situation we just saw, and I'd rather prioritize keeping my life total up. I guess I can play Fizz here now, and then just bank 2 spell mana. And then we can Rummage, discard these 2, which is nice. Which triggers Fizz. I guess I technically don't have Fizz protection at the moment, but, like, they don't know that, and I have another Fizz even if they get pulled. Even if they want to risk it for the biscuit.
Nothing like the stink of blood and sweat.
Kind of expecting them to open attacks here. Honestly, I think if they do, I'm just trading.
Neither the flames nor the depths can claim me, Captain.
Huh? He's a big in chat. I think we're just grifting.
My friends, though.
Let them bleed out.
What's the rush, huh?
So we're 2 turns off of Shark. Yeah, we'd really like another Rummage, huh? Would be nice. Yeah, there's definitely a good chance they have a shark too.
I thought you'd never ask.
Thought you'd never ask. Next turn's the shark turn. So probably want to bank spell man at this turn so that way I can get excited plus shark next turn.
Scum.
It's yours. Watch and learn. It's not bragging if you could back it up. Gotcha.
There's plenty of killing left.
It's gonna end the round here. They're trying to get me to use my Mystic Shot, but I'd much rather just burn their resources for the turn. So this will be Warning Shot into Shark.
Your king.
Oh, it levels Gangplank too. That's a big deal. Suppose we could see them open attacks now with Gangplank?
Let them bleed out. Blow them to the depths. Say your farewells.
So how about... I think I want to get excited to level my Fizz here. I think I want to kill Gangplank. Although I guess I'm going to Shark anyways. Yeah, I'm going to Shark their... I'm going to shoot their Dome. Then I'm going to 3. I guess I'm probably going to die here, huh? Maybe I'm supposed to double get excited this. We took a lot of damage early here. They can still shark me with this Make It Rain. If I play anything else, I can't shark them back. This might be wrong. I feel like we're pretty behind regardless. Morning, Geodude. Yeah, Runeterra's great. It's refreshing to play a game that's made by a company that doesn't make me want to punch a wall every time they make a decision.
No!
They'll be blown in the water.
Prepare the barrage!
Yeah, kind of felt like we just fell too far behind too early there. Our deck also doesn't have fantastic ways to deal with large threats like Gangplank. We played a Twisted Fate Fizz deck, and that deck felt a little bit. It was probably more reasonable in a matchup like that because it has things like Fury in the North to help you block. Hermidinger Lux, eh? I'm gonna mulligan these two. This is almost certainly some kind of control view or brew. I don't want Riptide to start. Definitely want my 1-drop on 1. So I could have played Fizz on 1 there, but if I had played Fizz on 1, they could have thermo beamed him while I didn't have resources to protect him.
There's plenty of killing.
So I waited until my turn. Waiting till my turn means they could have had a chance to play a 2-drop to block, but I think the upside of being able to counter a thermo beam was worthwhile there. Am I using gotcha on this? I feel like the answer is yes.
Cavalry, to the field! Say your farewells.
So we can go ahead and play Ezreal here, and then the Mystic Shot can kill this through its tough. That's unfortunate.
No way.
I think we're just passing here. I don't really want to burn either of these, I don't think, to get Elusive. Just bank spell mana this turn. We can go ahead and have Yordle Grifter here. Probably open on attacks. Just take 5.
Magic has no place here.
That's a big in.
I'm not greedy. My friend.
The fact that they didn't open on attacks means that we get to at least trade with their 5-1 here, which is nice.
One good turn, eh, friendo?
Morning Red Link. So I think we just give up a mana here, so that way this Warning Shot can enable Black Market and Pilfered Goods for us. Does Fizz ability shut off Make It Rain? It does if Make It Rain targets Fizz. Not bad.
Contain the arcane.
You weren't using it.
Tide's coming in.
Get on the claw.
I don't have anything else that pilfers, so I think I'm going to go ahead and attack with both of these. So that way if they block here, we can Thermo Beam to kill this. From a power level perspective, Diana's great. I think I have to kill one of these 6/5s here. So I think the plan here is just to use some of these. We'll single combat. These will bounce, and then we'll Thermo Beam to kill this. I can't just, like, take a 12 ball if they open on attacks next turn. This is slow. We just spend our mana. We'll 12 Fizz. We're on 7 here, so if we can bank 3 spell mana this turn, we can get Excited Riptide Rex next turn, which is nice.
Let the light guide you.
Well, poop. I guess we play this as a jump blocker.
What I've done. Strike down the corrupt.
Oh, where were you last turn, Grifter? I don't think I can wait a turn to Shark here, unfortunately. So I think we just need to get excited your face. And then play Shark out. I hope to high roll Lux a little bit with the Shark. So, get excited in their face there as opposed to their 6-3 really telegraphs our Shark. But, that's fine. Alright, well, that was pretty close to ideal, all things considered. I suppose if they have a barrier here for Lux, which is likely they get to save her, so maybe ideal would have been one more targeting Lux. Hopefully they're just playing a couple spells to generate a final spark here. So, they decided not to play around a 0 mana / warning shot there, so now they don't even get a Lux unless they have a 2 or 3 mana spell additionally here, which is pretty good. Sure. So they're purifying there for little value simply so they can level Lux and get a final spark, which makes sense. That being said, oh, they're gonna get priority after this, right? Okay, so they're gonna get to blast the. I guess they'll probably go after Fizz here, right? Because this is like their opportunity to kill Fizz, even though the Shark's hitting them for 7. I would expect them to final spark Fizz. No, they're doing the Shark. Okay, so they're prioritizing keeping their life a little high. Fair. So Fizz is leveled, so he does grant us some chum for the waters. Hopefully they don't open on killing Fizz here, and then we can play Yordle Grifter and get our warning shot generated to protect it.
Ah, the sweet smell of science.
Man, that's so brutal. We've missed on Alliance twice in a row with these.
Feeding time!
Yeah, I'm supposed to just play the 2-2 out there. You definitely see that.
Coming in!
Boys.
What if I do this? This way, if they want to save this, they have to hit this, which is hitting that kill this, which is hitting them for less damage. I think I like that. I think I should have played the 2-2 out last turn. It doesn't matter, they're just dead.
Yay, we did it!
I would do a tri-region deck as just a normal deck submission axe. So Runeterra submissions are the same as Arena, $25 for subs. So if you have a sweet tri-region singleton deck, I would take that for just the normal submission. And we would definitely get to that before Wednesday at this point. I think I have room for 2 more Runeterra decks between now and the set release on Wednesday that aren't choosing cards from the new set, obviously. Hecarim Lucian, so could be. Why did we warning shot there at the end? I guess I didn't need to. Yeah, I guess I didn't need elusive technically. I guess Crackshot's actually pretty good at triggering pilfered goods. I keep all these for now and see how it goes.
What's that noise?
I'd like to not trade these here.
There's a chill in the air.
Just go ahead and end Lucian right away. So they're Demacia, Shadow Isles, so I think playing out Ezreal's pretty fine here.
Time for a true display of skill.
So, when allies attack, deal 1 damage. So I was gonna say this only deals 1, but it actually triggers crack shot, so it deals 2. I was thinking maybe I should just pass the turn here so they can't play units post-combat, but it's not worth missing 2 points.
Making the dead deader.
Let's say mid-range Axe. I'm a big fan of mid-range decks. Big fan. Alright, so I think we Yordle to start here.
Safety.
That way I could have Warning Shot for these, potentially.
Missed your chance
A
to
bad
run.
pickup. We're just taking 4 here. I think we start by opening on attacks.
I'm in.
If they want to trade here, that's fine.
You have to get me out of here.
Don't ask where it's from.
Ask how much. So, and this is something I love about Ezreal and the priority system in this game. I think I actually pass here to deny them the ability to use their mana. So they're like trying to just pass and force me to use the Mystic Shot, but I can just like no sir that and just end the round. So like I'm giving up my Mystic Shot to deny them their 5 mana because they pass. So if we both pass, the round ends. And I think that's a good exchange for me. That's Akram. Do I want a 4-3 in play now? Just gonna make some ephemerals. Yeah, I could rally to get an attack token, but I don't know if that's necessarily super useful.
Stuff, but could you maybe
Think I-
speed things up a little?
Stop pressuring me, Ezreal.
Go waste it for me,
I
mushroom.
need your sass.
This to your bill. I made it myself.
Well, we've got Seema's chat.
I'm what nightmares fear.
Watch and learn.
This relentless pursuit could likely win us the game.
Stay back.
Get yours.
Yes, the deck after this one is definitely a do the thing deck as opposed to something that's super competitive. So this time through, it's important to take Hecarim off the table, so gonna go ahead and do that.
I'm Fizz.
So that lets us rally, which means we get to attack this turn.
One shot, all skill.
So this warning shot levels Fizz. They're taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't need to attack with that.
Captain's orders. Bullet to the
I think the fact that nab happens from the bottom of the deck means it's not a big deal. Maybe this is wrong. Maybe I'm just supposed to let combat happen and Mystic Shot this post-combat. The gotcha's only cheaper for 1 turn and this keeps my Cena alive, but like I have another Cena in my hand. Could go after there. Probably doesn't matter. The block there is pretty good for us. Do you have Hecarim number 3? Ruination. Sure.
It's a long path to get here.
Push back the darkness.
Don't blink, or you'll miss me.
Don't blink, or you'll miss me.
Follow my lead.
They could have another Ruination, so I think I'm supposed to open its X.
Go ahead. Scare me.
Can't stop me.
Hey, Tron player, thank you for the 24 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. It's another Hecarim, eh?
Hey, Mom's too like a yodel in uniform.
I think I'm just going wide here, basically. That's rude. I'll send this upstairs. Hope to Peel and get excited.
No way.
Making the dead deader.
Yeah, we could see Harrowing out of the opponent next turn, which is probably lethal.
Excuse you.
Stand down.
Come on, just be as defensive as possible here.
Let me at him.
Let me at him.
Allies, answer my call.
When I'm summoned, rally. It's pretty good.
Feeding time.
Should we shroom to hope for a shark activation next turn? No, I don't think so.
It's spice. Feel the sizzle. Can't fight on an empty stomach.
Stand for what's right.
Hey, Braveheart, thanks for the 9 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I guess I could burn some of them, just hoping for damage. They have this here too, though. Yeah, I guess I don't need to hold all of these. Do I need to download League to play this game? No, this game is a standalone client. It does not like Teamfight Tactics.
Coming in.
Maybe I'm supposed to hold more mushroom clouds there. So that way when they have more than one piece of thing. Like if they have 2 pieces of removal here, I die. Oh, nothing. Got it. Fizz is a very lethal boy. We're finally gonna try it. I hope you enjoy it. My number 1 tip is definitely play through even the optional levels in the tutorial too. The extra levels in the tutorial do a good job of trying highlighting some of the key differences between this and Magic. We did. Deanna's really good. Excited that there's another aggressive champion similar to Lucian. Twisted Fate, Spain. Okay, so I'm kind of in for all of these again. I think we're attacking on even, so we'll play Jagged Butcher on their one. We'll attack with it, trigger the second Jagged Butcher, hopefully. I was kind of surprised they were doing spoilers on the weekend, if I'm being honest. I wonder if that means we'll get the last champion tomorrow on Sunday. Right, is there 1 left? I think we've seen 6, right?
Hard to get rich.
So this Dorko, it gets bigger if you hit your opponent the turn you play it.
There's plenty of killing.
That's why I waited to play the second one out. Feel underwhelmed when you saw the new champion. So I mean, like, it's a 2-drop. So like, that's really important to the perspective that you should have when viewing it. So like, for 2 mana, the effect on that champion is very reasonable. Quick attack and challenger on the same card are 2 really good mechanics to have, because it basically lets you repeatedly challenge things.
Let's get to it.
Probably see them trade for the... Oh, interesting. They probably would make it rain of their own here if they're putting this to 1 toughness. Aurelian Soul is a dragon, right? I like dragons. He's a space dragon. It's a galaxy dragon, okay. Space dragon that created the stars. Oh, so that's like the whole celestial theme, right? Is he gonna be, probably will be like the centerpiece of the set then, I imagine?
I'm always up for a round or two.
Like, you expect him to, enable Behold or have Behold?
Something for all of
Oh boy, here I go!
Here I go!
you. There's plenty of killing left.
Do we have any champions that are 8+ mana right now? There's, is Tidemere is the only one? I think Runeterra CCG has them all. RuneterraCCG.com. I'm loading a web browser. That website doesn't exist. I must be misremembering the URL. I thought there was some site that had them all up on it. I like Lulu the most so far. Thinks she's sweet. Shut up, Fizz. Stop pressuring me, Fizz.
Secure me
So I want to attack with Fizz this turn, but I want to hold on to my warning shot to enable Riptide Rex down the line. So I think I lead on Chump Wump here so we can make some Mushroom Clouds. Hey, PC Turtle, thanks for the Prime support. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday wherever you're out in the world.
Oh, that's a harvest right there.
I want to play.
Nailed it. Sick.
Glory, courage, excuses for war.
That's a big in chat.
Treasures of the ages for a price.
For a price.
Let's get to it.
I swore I just typed that into my browser. It didn't load. Weird. Oh, these are the same people that do MTG Arena Zone. That's neat.
Fire beware.
Do I want to go to 6? I feel like the answer is no, and I'm supposed to use Fizz defensively. It feels bad, but I think this is correct. I feel like with like the Shark and Ezreal rolled up in my hand especially, I want to just be defensive here.
I thought you'd never ask.
Perfect.
Ready, Rex? Good to go.
Seriously? I mean, I guess dealing a bunch of damage to their dome is fine. was hoping for another Ezreal level trigger there though. I think it's supposed to be Celestial, right? The new region, because we only have 3 champions from there. Is the new region called Targon or is it Celestial?
Oh, take your time.
It's called Target. Okay. I thought I saw the word Celestial on something. Am I making that up? Is that a lie? Targon is the mountain. Targon is a mountain that Celestials worship. Okay. So I'm not completely crazy. Let's do this to force them to have a different jump blocker for Riptide here.
The few for the many.
One shot, all skill.
There, just into that. Ezreal being elusive plus the Mystic Shot he generates.
Victorious.
Oh, Ezreal. We're gaining ladder points, chat. I assume we're gonna spew every ladder point we earn with this deck when we play the Do the Thing deck next. Alright, Misfortune Twisted Fate is Misfortune's a very aggressive champion that likes to attack early and often. Definitely not keeping Riptide Rexes in the opener. Make It Rain sounds great. It's possible Grifter's a keep here, but I feel like I should probably just mulligan aggressively looking for ones and other ones and twos. Like Mystic Shots and Jagged Butchers and stuff. That's super awkward. Rummage is not what we're looking for here.
I'll burn for what I've done. Let's get to it.
Awkward that with Ezreal that we're attacking on evens. Them not having a misfortune here is pretty good for us, though.
The world's a big place. Let's see all of it.
Ye started without me.
So we'll open on attacks here and get a Mystic Shot to kill something. That Make It Rain's not bad. So maybe now that we have double Make It Rain, we like Mystic Shot this and then Make It Rain. Maybe I'm supposed to Make It Rain right now to guarantee that I hit this. Although if they play another thing out, I have another Make It Rain, so it's probably not too big of a deal.
I got ways to find me mushrooms.
I'll go ahead and ditch a Rummage and just kill this for now. I assume there's a good chance they're going to open on attacks next turn, in which case we'll go like Ezreal, block the 2-2, Make It Rain. Then we're going to hold on to this warning shot for the Riptide Rex down the line. That's actually a great pickup, because hopefully this Make It Rain's going to hit their face, which will trigger the plunder on the Black Market Merchant.
Never lost a fair
Jebediah, thank you for the 8 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
dead in their tracks. Don't ask where it's from.
Ask how much.
The dead don't need riches.
Got a parlay, Make It Rain of their own, sure.
No way.
So I think with this draw, we take 4 in combat here, and then we play this post-combat Make It Keg, and then the Keg with this Make It Rain can kill their Twisted Fate. Did I just skip the thing? I just skipped the thing. I was talking, clicking at the same time. It wasn't a good scene. That's fine. We'll use this spell mana down the line.
You up.
Whoop. It's been a while since I've done that. Dear Riot, please give me a locked screen size option. Thank you. Yep. The upside to playing Fizz here before I Make It Rain is that this way, if they have a Make It Rain of their own and they try and rain my barrel back, if their Make It Rain targets Fizz, Fizz can stop their rain. So I think it's definitely ideal to start with Fizz here. On the off chance their way to kill our barrel is a Make It Rain. We're on 6 mana this turn, so on our next attack step, we're going to be able to... This is Man, them having the box in an aggressively slanted deck is brutal. That's definitely not something I was playing around. It's a pretty big punish for having clicked through playing... The fact that I clicked through playing the what's it called on their turn? That... Yep, I can't really say a whole lot about that being awkward deck building, because we're, like, also playing the same thing the opponent is, but it's still funny. Fizz does not counter the box. The box is a sweeper. It does not target. Yeah, boxes AoE. Brutal. Yeah, really unfortunate that I missequenced with my 3-2 and don't still have it to block this turn. Yeah, if I hadn't clicked through that end step and had a 3-2 in play still there, like, maybe we could survive. Yeah. I mean, the box is one-sided, right? So, like, it doesn't kill their units that they play out. It's just, like, not typically an effect you see in more aggressively slanted decks. Ezreal, Lee Sin, so probably a more controlling brew. I think that means I'm gonna mulligan all of these, looking for other cheap threats to deploy.
I never. In range.
Morning's in top.
My spirit, not my fists. It is time.
Am I throwing this away to trigger plunder? I think the answer is yes, because of this draw.
The dragon binds us.
I think if I hadn't drawn this, I might just pass this turn, but with this pickup, it seems worthwhile here. So enabling plunder on 2 things.
Don't ask where it's from. Ask how much.
It's not a terrible pickup.
I thought you'd never ask.
He started without me.
Keep their Ezreal off our back for a turn. Sounds good.
Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
Denied, eh? I think I'd rather lose Fizz than these other cards. Yeah, Wizards. Wizards and decision making is
I'm not greedy.
a heck of a combination. Man, we are really not good at hitting allegiance with this card, huh? What's our brick rate with this card in this deck? It's actually kind of high, right? So no point in attacking in here because this is ephemeral and it's going to go away. No, they still didn't post it. They Not only do they not post what their ban list changes for Magic are going to be, but they also didn't tell us what day they're going to implement them. So, like... I'm planning to stream Magic on Monday if they implement their ban list update on Monday, but if they don't, Monday will just be a Runeterra and Variety Day again. I'm not planning to stream Historic while it's a dead format.
Clear your head. Let your instincts speak.
They scheduled an arena patch for Thursday next week, which could mean that they don't plan to implement the changes till Thursday, which would be pretty peak Wizards of the Coast.
The dragon remembers.
I go ahead and trade this here, I think. The 3/3 body's not doing much for me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and warning shot into Black Market Merchant here. I just really want people to try the new Runeterra set. I was gonna say you'd be surprised at the number of people that I had ask me about Runeterra again after the last couple of flubs, but it's actually not that surprising. Was also excited to see a number of my regular / longtime subs decide to poke in after I posted that. We'll have a Runeterra spoiler to share tomorrow night.
Breathe in, breathe out.
So I'm pumped about that. Tomorrow night, I'll have one on the Twitters from the set 3. It is not a champion. All of their champions are like heavily have a lot of video design that go into them. All their champion reveals have been fantastic.
Yeah, you don't want to clash me.
God bless America, chat. Man. So this has the allegiance mechanic, which is a variance mechanic to a degree, but it's a variance mechanic that you can mitigate through deck building. So like, the more Bilgewater cards you have in your deck, the more likely you are to trigger allegiance. And this deck's definitely a little bit on the low side of the amount of Bilgewater cards you generally want to have.
Clear your head. Let your instincts speak.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and Mystic Shot this, so this way they stop making Lifelinkers. And Mystic Shotting this means I played 2 spells this round, so Deep Meditation will be cheaper next turn. 0! Thanks for 19 months.
The dragon spirit awakens.
And no worries, 0.
Shall we?
We got a mod sword there, so he'll be in chat regardless. So this gains Challenger when they cast a spell, and it gets Barrier when they cast a second spell. And again, seeing kind of that issue with our Archetype that we had against one of the other decks earlier, where like we're just not very good at dealing with large units like this. These warning shots aren't really doing much. I think I'm just rummaging them away, looking for something more useful. Well, poop. I guess we're banking spell mana to Riptide Rex next turn.
Pay debt!
I'll see this through. Center your spirit.
Ain't that the truth, Silence? It's definitely way more encouraging as a content creator to want to make stuff for a game when the company that makes that game doesn't treat me like crap.
I take no pleasure in fighting a child.
Me neither. I'm like at least twice your age.
I don't think I've heard that interaction before. That's great. You want to try Runeterra, but the UI confuses you. I would, if you haven't played the actual game yet, I would heavily recommend doing that. The tutorial is very well done in Runeterra, and you'll understand the gameplay a lot easier once you have a grip on it yourself. Like, something that I always thought was a little bit silly is, Stone was often praised as, like, being user-friendly or viewer-friendly, and I think that's kind of a lie. I think all of these card games, card games in general tend to be pretty impenetrable from a viewer perspective if you don't know what's going on with them and don't have context for how the rules of the game work. Something that I think is definitely very true is that people often mistake user familiarity with usability. It's something that I saw a lot when I worked with introducing people to Linux operating systems, is like people often praise Windows as being like user-friendly compared to Linux operating systems, but in reality, it's not really user-friendly, it's just like what the user is familiar with. I think that distinction's pretty important. Yes, Axe. I'm just gonna go ahead. And tell you that you can go ahead and submit it, though. You don't have to wait for an email back. So, if you'd like, you can send dollar reduce through. I'm gonna go ahead and kill Lee Sin now. This also gives Fizz elusive, so it can block Israel, which is nice. The question here is, do I want to save this pilfered goods to try and trigger plunder on it? I feel like I do, because it's my last resource. Whatever's easier for you, X. You can also, at the Streamlabs, I should use PayPal and credit cards as well, I believe. So, whatever's more convenient, though.
I'm so good, I surprised myself.
Oh, that levels their Israel. That's awkward, because it means my Fizz dies. Does that mean I want to go ahead and do this now? I think so, to try and find something useful, maybe. Nailed it.
No way.
This is the part where they have a second Israel, right? I think it got anyways.
Yum yum!
I want to play.
Oh, it's Lee Sin. I've heard of you.
And I've heard of you.
So we're hoping to fade a spell here, so that way they can't challenge Fizz. If they challenge Fizz here, we're probably dead. Yeah.
My lands need me. Prepare yourself.
So this is leveled, so he's gonna kick Fizz into the... Oh, I guess I could technically make it rain to stop him from kicking Fizz, right? So if I do this, Fizz still dies, but he at least takes form. Because we stopped the Dragon's Rage. Still not a good scene for our hero. Perhaps I'm just supposed to go to 1 and hope to draw a Shark. Yeah. How much do I know about the lore? I only know about the lore when I get in tidbits from the actual card game. I wasn't familiar with the League of Legends IP before I started playing Runeterra a couple months ago. I feel like overall, I liked this build less than the Twisted Fizz deck. I think Twisted Fizz would probably be my pick for, okay, what's the most competitive Fizz deck in the format? I feel like this is yeah, so try to give a concise wrap. I preferred Twisted Fizz in large part, I think, because the Twisted Fizz deck, because that deck even above Teemo Fizz. So I think Teemo Fizz is more fun because it's more of a Teemo Fizz is more of like a protect the queen, like do this aggressive strategy type thing. But I think this build's probably more competitive overall because of the elusive game plan that it has. Between the elusive units that this build has, along with Elixir of Iron and Fury of the North to really help protect Fizz inside of combat, I think this is probably the most powerful of the Fizz decks that I've played. Yeah, I agree. I think on power level, I would recommend Twisted Fizz for Fizz decks. In terms of decks that I enjoy playing, Teemo Fizz is probably my favorite. The Ezreal Fizz deck, I'm not a huge fan of Ezreal in these more aggressive shells. I think my preferred Ezreal shell is definitely Karma Ezreal, the kind of like bigger combo control Ezreal shell. Alright, at any rate, I'm gonna hit a quick ad roll while I get things set up and flipped over for the next one. When we get back in just a few minutes, we are going to try a, what I lovingly refer to as a do the thing deck with Mechanist Mel. So we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere.